Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of Magento 2 multi-country language pop-up plugin. Now this particular plugin displays a pop-up to select the country, and based on the selected country the store view and the currency get changed. So basically the users can view the list of countries in pop-up. The pop-up will not close until the user selects a particular country. Once the user chooses his country, the store view and the currency will change accordingly as per the country selection. The users can view the country name in their native language. The admin can create multiple store views and assign them to the respective countries as per the requirement there. The admin can create multiple countries to display for selection in the pop-up at the storefront. The admin can also enable or disable the search bar for country selection in the respective pop-up. So in today's video tutorial for the Magento 2 multi-country language pop-up plugin, I'll be taking you through the workflow at the customer's end, and at the admin's end I'll be showing you how the admin would be able to make the initial configuration settings for the plugin and how the admin would be able to create the different countries that are visible within this particular pop-up. So as soon as you are accessing this particular plugin at the storefront, you will see a particular pop-up like this for the country selection. So before I proceed further with this particular video tutorial today, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. So right now you can see that I'm at the Magento 2 web store front end, and as soon as I've tried to access this store, we are able to see this particular pop-up for wherein we have to select our country so that the store view as well as the currency are changed according to the particular country that we have selected there. So here this line that you're seeing here, which store view would you like to explore, this is customizable and this can be configured from the admin backend panel for within the plugins configuration settings or the initial configuration settings there. And if I scroll down here, you can see that looking for something else, select the desired country. So here you can choose your desired country as well as per your requirement as a user to view the store in the particular store view for the selected country and the currency according to the chosen country as well. So this option for the selection of the what we say as, or we can say this can be enabled or disabled, and this is a particular search bar for country selection in the respective pop-up, and this can be enabled or disabled by the admin from the plugins initial configuration settings as well. So now depending upon the countries that you've created, those countries would be listed here within this particular pop-up, and the customer just needs to choose any one of them. So for example, if I choose the country as India, and here you can see that the name is in India in Hindi as well. For UAE it's in Arabic. The particular store view as well as the currency would be changed as per the chosen country there. So right now you can see that India is written and it's in Hindi written as Bharat. And if I choose for example United Arab Emirates as the country, then the particular store view as well as the currency would be changed to UAE Arabic, as you can see here. And here you can see that the native language or the store name is also written in the native language, or the country name is in the native language as well. Now if I go ahead and I go to the storefront there, let me go to the storefront. Let's go to the storefront there, and let me go to any of the categories there. So here you can see that we have chosen the country as UAE, and the particular currency is also converted in the same. So if I choose this as for example Canada, then the particular store view as well as the currency would be changed into Canada there. As with so here we have the Canadian dollar. As you can see, the currency has changed for the store there as well as the store view. Now if I choose it as Japan, we can see that the particular country would be selected as Japan at the top left hand corner, and the country name is visible in the Japanese as well. And here you can see that the currency has changed into Japanese as well, right? So this was the workflow of this particular plugin at the customers, and that's the Magento 2 for the Magento 2 multi-country language pop-up plugin. Now let's hop on to the admin backend panel and let's see the rest of the workflow there. So what I'll be doing is I'll be just opening the particular admin backend panel. So just give me a second for that. And we'll be logging into the admin backend panel by entering the username, password and tapping on the login button thereafter. So here I've entered the username, password. Let's tap on the sign in button and we'll be taken to the dashboard there. So now to make the initial configuration settings for the plugin, what we need to do is we need to navigate through stores, configuration. On the configuration page under the Webkul block, we have to go to multi-country language, and here we have two different configuration settings. One is the general settings and the other one is the pop-up settings. Under the general settings we have the enable home indicator, so you have to choose this as yes. Then we have the pop-up settings, so here you can set up the pop-up heading as we were looking on the when we were checking out the pop-up there at the storefront there. So enabling the home page indicator would enable the pop-up there. Then we have the pop-up settings wherein we can set up the pop-up heading that would be visible to the customers at the storefront when that pop-up comes up. And then we have the enable search and pop-up. So the country selection on the pop-up was visible there to the users of the web store there. So that can be enabled by choosing a yes for this particular option. So this was the initial configuration settings, and then you need to tap here on the save configuration button. Now after the successful installation of the Magento 2 multi-country language pop-up plugin, you'll have one country language option here wherein you can manage the country language. So you have to go to manage country language, and here you can add the country language as well. So here you can see that we have added the countries basically. So here we are going to add the countries, and according to the countries we are going to select their store views and the website there and set their status as active or inactive. So here you can see that we have India, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Germany, Japan, South Africa, United Arab Emirates and United States that we had added, and these are the same countries that were visible within the pop-up there on the storefront to the users there. Now to add a particular country, what we need to do is we need to tap here on this add country language button, and this would basically bring up this particular section wherein we can enable the country by choosing it as active or deactive. We can select a particular country from this particular section as per our own requirement. Then we can select the store view that we have already created, as the admin can do it from the backend panel within the default Magento there. So he has to create the different store views, and you have to choose your store view. For example, if I've chosen it as Azerbaijan, then we have to create a first we have to create a store view for the Azerbaijan, and that Azerbaijan store view needs to be selected here, and then we need to choose for which website this would be applicable, and then we need to tap here on the save button. So for example, I've already created some of the countries there for the pop-up there. So let's edit any one of them. For example, we have United Arab Emirates, as you can see. Let's tap here on the edit option, and here you can see that we have made the country as active, selected the country as UAE, selected the store view as United Arab Emirates, selected the website and tapped on the save button to save the country there for the particular pop-up that we see at the storefront for the country selection for the users there. And accordingly, then when the users at the storefront select their particular what we say as the country, the store view as well as the currency change as per the selection of the country there itself. So yes, that was much about the Magento 2 multi-country language pop-up plugin, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the workflow that this plugin displays a pop-up to select a country, and based on the selected country the store view and the currency get changed for the users there at the storefront. So if you still have any questions, queries, suggestions or requirements regarding this particular plugin, that's the Magento 2 multi-country language pop-up plugin, then you can anytime get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.uvidis.com as well. Apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video and have a great day ahead.